Start at the top, Isaiah 40 and 18.
This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 18. To whom then will ye liken Yahweh? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him?
What are you going to compare unto the Most High that has anything to do with these man-made traditions? Because if you trace them all back, you'll find the lie. We stand with the truth. And we were pointing out that Christmas thing, that's for one, so go ahead and continue reading in there.
Verse 19. The workman melteth a graven image, and the goldsmith spreadeth it over with gold, and casteth silver chains. He that is so impoverished that he have no oblation, chooseth a tree that will not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved.
And now, what is that talking about? You can sit up here and tell me a whole bunch of stuff, but that's talking about this sensation of Christmas, which is nothing more than the celebration of Nimrod's Phoenix, which is going back to ancient Babylon, going back to those beginning roots of Satanism, of anything other than the truth. But what we want to give you is the truth. Now, if you want to live in the lie, then so be it. But we are trying to give you the truth of the world, the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the foundations of knowledge that started from the creation of the earth. That's what we want you to have, as speaking to our people who are listed on that sign. We don't want you walking around thinking that Easter Bunny is the way to go, right? The Easter Bunny has anything to do with anything in this Bible, because it does not, outside of understanding wickedness. We are trying to give you the truth of the matter. You want to speak on that?
And in saying that, man, it's a easy thing to figure out, because throughout time in history, now you've added a fat man jumping down people's roofs and all this other stuff. And that's the illusion that's being casted over your eyes. That's the part you don't get. Because if I can finish reading on that, man, it'll make that point. It says here in verse 21, have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? We keep telling you, it's not even just this Christmas thing, man. We keep trying to tell you from the foundations of the earth. You're not supposed to eat the pig. You're not supposed to eat certain types of seafood. These animals clean up the earth. There's certain things you're not supposed to eat because it's tearing your body down, shortening your life. You would never have to get your body cut open and do no dang on surgery. You wouldn't have to worry about cancers and all kinds of stuff, strokes and all this other stuff, your blood clots, if you were eating the proper way. Don't you understand? I could tell you right now the simple things that vegetables do to you. It helps you digest easier. You won't be sitting there waiting for days to digest over a dang on toilet if you just simply eat a vegetable.
That's right. And drink water.
Start
your day out.
No, you good, brother. I mean, because in the simple things that you're even taught in science, what's the purpose of the trees being around you? You know, we're breathing in oxygen because that's what the tree gives off. This Science 101. You're giving the carbon dioxide to the tree. Then the more you cut the trees down, the more you're causing a different change to the earth. These trees are out here in this brick city right now is not a healthy thing. Those things are not even properly growing through the daggone ground. These trees that you see behind us, they're sitting under hard rock.
Read that one more
God. What verse 20? This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Have it not been told to you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth?
You have not. You have not, and you were led astray. You went off, as according to Deuteronomy 28 and 15 and other places as well, but you chose not to go with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So now you're led down this weird path of Christmas and faggotry, homosexuality, all different manner of wickedness. But what do we want to do? To our people, to the elect, we want to give you that light, that shining light, and that way to be. But you people, as the scriptures say, you want to trim your way. Matter of fact, you get that Jeremiah 2. You want to trim your way to seek love, so that you can be liked and understood, and so a nigga can feel you in this captivity. But we don't want that. We don't want to be understood in this captivity, except by the elect. We want nothing more than the truth in everything, in the air, the water, the earth, the food, everything. The people especially, we want the truth. We want an Edomite to know he's an Edomite, call himself an Edomite. And more importantly, we want our people to stop calling themselves niggas, spics, Native Americans, all that. We want you to call yourselves by your true nationality. It's no reason at this day and time for you to still sit up here and call yourself a nigga. Too much truth is out there. But go ahead with that.
And if I could say this, and do you even understand why you still call yourselves niggas? It's not even just the slavery part of it. It's still that you're in denial of who you really are. So even by you sticking by the philosophy and doctrine of African American, black, Negro, colored, Hispanic, Native American, American period. This is why you guys remain confused and still even call yourselves niggas. You know? Verse 20. Oh damn. This is Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 20. Of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou says,
even in the time of Egypt, we were going off, and the Most High found in his heart to save us. And we went right back to that wickedness. But go ahead.
Time. I will not transgress when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot.
That's right. Any chance you got, you started going after these other gods. You started envying these other nations. You started wanting to have the things that they have, which is the lie, which is not the truth. The truth is getting too hard for me. But go ahead.
On verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed.
Go ahead.
How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
With all that goodness that the Most High did, how the hell are you niggas still out here celebrating Christmas? How the hell are you niggas out here still talking about, well, I guess it's okay to be gay. As long as you don't touch me, I suppose everything cool. No, you're supposed to have it in your mind that we're going to put your ass to death. At the appropriate time, when the Most High unleashes that, you will be put to death. That's what you're supposed to teach these people.
God.
With the hope that, hey, maybe they'll come into some understanding. But we're going to give you the truth whether you like it or not. Go ahead and that. Did you want to say something, brother?
No, I just have a precept.
Speak loud, too.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 24. It says, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies.
And that's what you people are doing. Not just with homosexuality are you dishonoring your own bodies, but taking in the philosophy of Christmas, taking in the philosophy of Easter, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Name some.
Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't even let go of that, and that was thousands of years ago. You can't even understand that.
You're also defiling your bodies in that manner. And what are we trying to do? We're trying to get your ass to understand that you're going off. And what are we trying to use? The word of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua. And you can't tell me every nigga you know, every Mexican you know, got a Bible or something, religious in their house, but don't know what to do with it. Don't have a clue how to use that weapon. It's just sitting there. We trying to show you how to use that thing so that you can make it in this time. But we're only speaking to the elect because the Most High has that understanding and that truth in us to know that everybody ain't gonna make it.
Because if you could read that again, it's proving the point of, like, y'all don't even understand how the Most High is even playing this game of chess right now. He done gave Israel up to this wicked world, man. He had to. Too many of you going off. How can you guys live a righteous life when you're doing this crazy, insane stuff?
Read it again.
God, go ahead and read it again.
Wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Con, and that word heart, it goes back to a Hebrew word la'ab, which is referring to your mind.
Yeah.
So in understanding that, man, once again, this is a beautiful chess game that the Lord is playing, because guess what? You know, what y'all don't understand is, man, he's separating the elect from you 2/3 and the 1/3, man. That's the thing y'all not grasping. There's only going to be a few left on this table. The rest of you got to go, man, and you'll come back in a righteous state of mind through the elect.
Here's the point. It says, who changes the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator.
God, and what, man, the most logical concept I can come up with right now is how you idiots in that black conscious nonsense, man, you'll sit here and say this stuff is mythological and all this other stuff. You'll sit there and say the white man created it, but what you don't understand is that they created the philosophy and doctrine also. They didn't even want us, if you understand the history, they did not want us touching this book. You know why? We would have gotten killed. If we got caught reading any other type of book, trying to smarten up and try to somehow thrive in this world, we got beat for it. But when you got caught touching this book, which is about our actual history and our heritage, which is about the entire world, period, we got killed for that.
Sure.
That is.
Lord, or jump back to Jeremiah 2.
It says, who is blessed forever, amen.
That's right. You want to say something on it?
Hey, that's just going into how, you know, America has taken on all the philosophies of everybody else, you know, and regulated our people down to the lowest state that it is right now.
That's right,
All right,
man.
But how about Shimi Hawashai is trying to open and renew the people to come back to who they are.
Renew his people.
Con.
And not all of his people.
Salakia.
The elect of his people. Now, I'm not saying it to correct you. I'm just adding to what you're saying.
That's right.
You didn't say nothing wrong. I'm just, building on the same blocks that you laying down. That's what you people are lost out here. And the Most High has set up men to give you that understanding with the full understanding that everybody ain't gonna get it. But we must set ourselves up as that rock and that foundation so that when these people walk by, they can either hear and take heed or hear and forbear and take their fall.
Because if y'all even understand like the things that are taking place right now under this wicked kingdom, and just so you know, the word America means bitter. It means bitter, man. You know, this whole thing y'all not understanding now with the gentrification. Are people being murdered? Are people being kicked out of all different types of land? You're dealing with the same things that took place when you had the Trail of Tears, when you had the incidents that went on in Rosewood, Florida, up in Pennsylvania, man. This happened, and this happened in the 20th century.
That's right.
What happened to Emmett Till, George Stinney? There's movies out on our kids getting killed. And once again, man, what is it going to take for you guys to wake the hell up? Guess what? That true power, man, which is the power of Yahweh while Yahweh shine. This is why we out here through that power right now, giving you that warning, letting you know it's coming, because now you will never be told that you never heard this.
Right.
You'll never say it.
Come back in Jeremiah 2 for me. What verse you at?
I was at verse 22.
Pretty much just go ahead.
Con. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 23. How can thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Balaam. Oh, Salakia, and that was a question. Let me read it the right way. How can thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Balaam.
How can you say that? When, as this phrase goes, it's written all over your face. It's floating all through your body. How you've gone off against the Most High. What you eat, your philosophies, it's all over you. The lineups on your head. And as the women, you walking around with spandex pants on, which is pretty much like walking around with nothing. which is what your next step is. It's written all over your face. So how can you say that I'm innocent and I'm clean and I'm pure? But go ahead.
Kinda, and with that being said, like it's like that's nasty. Do you not understand how nasty that is when you're wearing spandex in over 100-degree weather? Right now, if you're on this camera, man, brothers is out here sweating. Right. We got shorts on, air coming through our bodies, man. There's no air getting in between them legs.
Right?
Crazy, man.
Go ahead.
See thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways. A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffeth up the wind.
What verse you at?
This is verse 24.
Go ahead.
That snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure. In her occasion can turn her away. So once again, that's asking the question. I'm gonna read it again the correct
You know
way.
what? Just jump to verse 27.
Come on, that's cool. I'm gonna jump out to verse 27. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 27. Saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone thou hast brought me forth, for they have turned their back unto me, and not their face.
And that's how our people turn their back to the Most High, and not their face. They turned their back and went after all the ways of the world, which lead down one path, that's destruction. You get to the end of that path, you see Satan, and Satan is looking at you like, if I was you, I would have went with the Most High. You see, you know what I mean? You see that, and you understand that everything that you did led to your death, to your demise.
Because a lot of you don't even know, for you to have no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, is that Satan is doing the work of the Lord.
Exactly. That's why I said, when you get to the end of that path, you see Satan, and Satan was like, well, everything I did was the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So you should have been doing the same thing. You can't even blame it on Satan. There's one person that you can blame it on, the lust of your own heart, which is what the brother read in Romans chapter 1, the water for that too.
God.
Jump back in there.
God. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us.
Mm-hmm.
But where are thy gods that thou hast made
Where
thee?
is that tree? Where is that tree? Do you pull that tree out when shit start going bad? Pull that tree out. When you can't pay your bills, put that tree in the living room and bring it back out. Go get it out of the garage, out of that big ass box, dust it off, wrap all the gold and ornaments back around it, and pray to that tree to see if your bills will get paid.
Go grab your little beads and numb your order in there. Go do that. And see what happens.
That's right. To all you single women, no man, no husband in the household, kids running around, pull that tree out. Put that tree in the middle of the living room and leave it there and pray to that tree for a man at a house and see what happens. That tree is gonna bless you with a thug ass nigga.
Man.
Right? Bringing more kids into the house, causing more destruction. Right? But go ahead.
I'm gonna read that again.
I say those things in a funny way, in a facetious way, in a whatever clever way, but it's all true. What the hell is that tree gonna do for your ass in the time of your calamities? What is that tree gonna do? When your car's broke down, what you gonna pray to the Easter bunny? You gonna pull that tree back out? You gonna do all those things? No, that sounds stupid, right? Doesn't that sound dumb as hell? Yep. Can't pay my bills, so I'm gonna go get that tree. That's what we're explaining to you. The fact of you even pulling out that tree in that time that you do, that's all stupid. The stock, the piece of wood, that chain with that white Jesus on it, what is that stuff doing for you? Nothing. We're trying to give you the whole truth and nothing but the truth so that you can understand that there is a power you can pray to when times are tough and also when times are good. But go ahead.
God, your minds are so low. It's so crazy, man. Like to show just how thrown off a lot of our people are, man. Your minds are so low that you're still like you're just down here on this ground. Our minds are thinking above and beyond that, man. If you truly paid attention to what Yahweh said alone, In my Father's house there are many mansions. You guys are so bugged out, man. Y'all thinking of some stuff in the cloud.
Right?
Right
But
now,
all you gotta
dude,
do
it's
is
like-
wait. Wait for the mansions. How do
right.
you wait? Be patient. How do you be patient? What is the faith and patience of the saints? To understand that it's all for an appointed time through the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Even if you won the lottery on this side, you get all the millions of dollars. You want your own mansion. You still have to wait.
That's right.
You got to get it built. The foundation has to be laid. Why
right.
not do that in the spiritual manner? Look, it's coming. You will be the most beautiful house on the block, all that you wanted. But just be patient. Sit back, relax, and live in what the world, in what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has to offer for you. It's going to be hard, it's going to be good, but it's going to be fair all at the same time. The Most High is going to take care of it. See, and you'll get so good at it, the Lord will bless you with such a good understanding of it, that even when it's crazy hard, you'll still see all the good.
That's right.
And you'll be able to put that to the side and keep going. What is that doing? That's making you stronger and stronger and stronger. To that point where you'll have that great spiritual power that we all seek for. We all seek for that spiritual power. But the Most High has to build it on you.
That's right.
Your skin can't take it, even if you could fly to the moon right now. You have to wait for the change.
That's right.
If you fly off right now, your skin is going to fall out. There's going to be bones floating around. You got to wait for the Most High to give you the change. Be patient and let the Most High do his work.
Because the scriptures talk about our bodies going from terrestrial to celestial bodies. Man, all the stuff didn't stop. You would rather worship that creature more than the creator, which the brother had read earlier. You guys will listen to their philosophy and doctrine of spaceships, UFOs, and aliens. The Bible clearly tells you that there's chariots. They're known as chariots. You know, these simple things that the Lord can bring to us, man. It's about ready to come, but the rest of you can't grasp that, man. That's why you gotta go. You gotta go, man. The Lord has to restore a certain type of balance here.
That's right.
Man, the only way that's gonna happen is through the elect, man.
That's right.
Lord willing, we are the elect.
Jump back in.
Con.
What verse you at?
I'm gonna continue at verse 28. Let's start there.
28?
Con.
Okay, go.
Con, this is Jeremiah continuing chapter 2, verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble.
In the time of that trouble, like I said, pull that tree out and get it out, put it in the living room, put it in your car, put it in on your desk at work, and pray to that tree. You see how stupid you look. You see how dumb the concept of that is. But that's what you people do. You worship that tree. You say, no, I don't. I just put it there because it's fun for the kids. Right? Okay, so why have the tree in the first place? Just give the kid the present. It doesn't make sense for the tree to be. What does the tree have to do with you giving a gift to the next man? And you saying, well, damn, well, you kind of right, but it's just a tradition. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. What tradition is it? It is a tradition of men. That tree is a representation of a man's penis. And that's the truth of the matter. That's what we're trying to give you. Through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
And with that also being said, it's like, not only that, you'll say, it ain't Jesus' birthday, he ain't got no spirit, but yet you'll have a candle with a so-called white man up there. You know, that we clearly tell you is Cesare Borgia, but then you'll argue that he doesn't have an actual physical body. He came in the spirit. See, he turned it, and that's how this all been turned into a myth. That's what causes the confusion continuously amongst our people who take on those other philosophies and doctrines, such as that black conscious nonsense.
Right.
You know, and believe it or not, a lot of them black conscious niggas celebrate that Christmas stuff too. You niggas will have that damn Christmas tree in your dang on house.
Just read. No, we good, man.
It's okay,
Just
brother.
read. Just read.
That's okay, brother. All right,
Go ahead.
Don. Verse 29. Matter of fact, I'm going to start again in verse 28. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah.
That's right. You worship all things in the world except the one thing that is your salvation.
God.
You were saying something, brother?
I mean,
Speak. Speak loud.
they worship everything besides the person that created them.
That's right.
That's right.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Verse 29. Where will ye plead with me? Ye have all transgressed against me, saith the Lord.
In your churches, will you plead with Yahweh Shem Yahushua in your churches? In your groves? In your nightclubs? In your bars? Will you plead with the Most High there? Will you bring all the different manners of wickedness to the altar of the Most High, the true altar? You're going to try to do all that, and you are doing all that, but look at what it gets you. A world full of nonsense. Everything is to your detriment. Go ahead.
God, where it was saying a couple verses back, where it's like, you guys got your face toward the Lord that'll say you believe, but you truly don't, man. Your backs are turned against it when you're praying before a cross, saying that God loves everybody and all that other nonsense, when the scriptures don't say that at all, in no way, shape, or form. Verse 30, in vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword hath devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. Man, that's the spirit, man. Me and brother talking about our kids earlier, man. It was just showing you, man, just how even confused and messed up our kids are, man. Alone, man, because of Eve, man, these so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women, man.
That's right.
And how you bring up the young girls alone. And even how you claim that you're the strong, independent woman, bringing up these boys who end up growing up still being boys and real feminine, man, because there's no balance without that man there for that male or that female.
That's right.
You know? Keep going. God, I'm at verse 31.
Go ahead, keep going.
Con, this is verse 31. O generation, see ye the word of the Lord. Have I been a wilderness unto Israel,
Go ahead.
and a land of darkness?
Go ahead.
Wherefore say my people, we are the Lord's, we will come no more unto thee. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or
all the things that the Most High has done, our people still turn you back. The Most High is saying, have I been lost unto you? I've shown my face to you, so you can't act as though I haven't been there for you. I put my mark on you. The beauty of the so-called black man alone shows the mark of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's right.
You can be out in the sun and not get skin cancer, as opposed to some of these other nations. The beauty of the so-called black man, when you see them in those stupid things like sports, football, basketball, and so on, and the athleticism of the so-called black man, that alone is the Most High showing that he's dealing with his people, not just using that one tribe of those 12 tribes. The Most High has done his thing. It's our people, it's us who have went off and chose these other ways.
Con.
Go ahead.
Verse 32. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number.
We were beautiful in our own land. In Jerusalem, we were beautiful, a beautiful people. But look at us now. From going off against the law, statutes, and commandments and believing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, look at us. We ain't got nowhere to turn to.
Now we're so ashamed of ourselves, man. You'll go get surgery because you think you're not supposed to, somehow you just think you're not supposed to have a big nose. You're not supposed to breathe correctly somehow.
The so-called white man says, look, in order to make it into society, you got to trim down your nose. And you niggas do it.
God, you got to lighten your skin up. Look at Sammy Sosa.
For 1 second. On the same note, the so-called white man and woman are puffing collagen in their lips.
Yeah. Look like you.
To make themselves look like you. So you're trying to get rid of all your beautiful attributes while they're trying to catch up to them. The so-called white man and that spirit is playing a trick on you.
That's right.
But as Romans 1 said, The Lord gave you up to this uncleanness because you turned your back on him. And you didn't turn your face to him. So now you chopping down your nose, and probably in the next year they're going to be putting injections in their nose to make it bigger. Making their lips bigger.
Stealing the children, taking their body parts.
Right? The so-called white woman is blowing up her ass to look like you. But at the same time saying you look nasty with it. That's all just a trick.
All right, an illusion. You know what I'm saying? That's their power. On the left-hand side, which y'all truly don't understand, that's really the curse that the Lord put on us, is for Esau to tear us up, tear us up and down like this, man. You see Sammy Sosa, bro? Oh my God, I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah, I don't think it is Sammy Sosa. It's going to change it to something else.
You know, you might as well just change your name, man. That's how ashamed our people are of themselves. You will go get all these tattoos, get tattoo sleeves on your ass, on your arms, all kinds of craziness. You've gone above and beyond, man, and you're cutting parts of your body off because you're ashamed of what you actually look like. And but in the meantime, Esau is actually dyeing their skin, going out getting these tans and stuff.
Paying top dollar to get those attributes of the so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans and so on. So the Israelites.
That's right.
They're paying top dollar to inject themselves with melanin and all types of stuff so that they can have what you have. What you've been given freely by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
So read that precept you just read. Let's start over on that last one you read.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 32. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number.
You've forgotten the Most High. You've forgotten all the good things that the Most High gave you. Even though it's right in your face. Even though it is your face. It is the beauty of you. The Most High is provided in just that. The beauty of you as compared. Look at these white people. They got to put sunscreen on. At the same time telling you, you got to get vitamin D. The Most High has blessed them, rewarded them with all those weak natures. But giving you all the strong natures. Go ahead.
Verse 33. Why turnest thou thy way to seek love?
Why would you do that? To seek love from somebody who don't want to do nothing other than be you. They want to be you. When I say be you, what am I talking about? I'm talking about all the way back to the time of Jacob and Esau. Esau wants your blessing. Read it in Genesis 30. Read it in Genesis, period.
I was going to say, we're going back to 25 of the time they were born. Just understand what prophecy took place, and then understand what's even going on now while they're doing this stuff. Don't think that movie Get Out was just a coincidence that they made that movie, bro.
Yeah.
That was just a worldly version of the invasion of the body snatchers.